And we're
Hey.
going.
All right, it's your favorite N-word, Terrance Prescott Barnes.
And it's your pal, Ricardo.
Okay,
I didn't know we were doing introductions like that, but here I am.
and this
Hello.
this is Come Over and Bend Over.
Yes, it is.
Uh, um,
Oh, so I thought you were leading this.
all right, so what had happened was that we had a little get together, a little powwow. That's what pals do, and we was talking about what to talk about the next time, and
Oh,
it's gonna be our favorite scenes from anime, TV series, and movies.
okay. Not anime. I thought you said animation.
Oh, animation. Yeah,
But
animation.
that's
My bad. I mean, I
also,
consider all animation anime and all anime animation.
let me say how I kind of gave him that, or we came up with the idea. I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about movies, and they said, "Hey, what is your favorite movie?" And how that can just say a lot about a person. And then
Can it?
I don't know. That's what one of the guys says, and then the other one said, "Well, actually, if you want to go even deeper, you can ask what is their favorite scene, because they
True.
don't have to like the movie to like a scene. You know what I mean?"
Yes.
And also tells a lot about the person. So I think it's a pretty telling question. So much that you were not able to come up with only one answer, and that's why we're doing a whole
Episode
top
about it.
3 per category.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I had a good time making up this list. It was very interesting getting a new job at the time, and I was just, thinking real hard, real critically on all of this stuff that I've consumed throughout my life, and it's really lovely because, I heard something today that says that, nobody's really thinking about you. Everybody's too busy thinking about themselves. And
Everyone is very self-involved.
yes, and that is very true for, I guess, everybody else. Not for me, because I'll sit around thinking about the world all the time. But I really like just focusing on the few things in life that I always go back to, constantly thinking about. Having to go back and see them, having to replay music that's related to those things.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite movies ends up on the list, but everything else, don't judge me.
I mean, also, this is the internet. We're entitled to our opinions. Also, like, I think people are gonna judge, but also judging is part of it, because you know
I
we
mean,
just said
this.
how telling it is. Certain of this, for example, I have one here that I am actually ashamed that I like this, only
Oh
because it's
boy.
like it's so silly and stupid, and I've been thinking about this since the early 2000s when I first saw this scene, and I was a child then, and I guess I'm still a child now because it still makes me laugh. So we're gonna get to it, but let me ask you, how do you want to go about this? Do you want to you do your top 3 on one category, and then I do the same? Or do you want to do, you tell one, I tell one? Because this is going to be more than an hour, right?
No, it ain't. It can be quick.
I don't think it should be quick. Hey,
Okay.
do you want it to be quick?
Then, I guess, which section do you think you'll talk about the most?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Because I think I'm going to talk about the TV series the most.
Okay.
Because that's
You have
out
to
of
talk.
all of the categories, those 3 situations impacted me the most, because I always look for that when it comes to the category of what those shows were.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do a lay of the land to whoever's listening. We have 3 categories: movies, TV, and animation. And what the briefing is that we would say the top 3, our personal top 3 in each of these categories. I don't think that I will be talking a lot about any of these. If anything, it would be TV too. So since TV is going to be the longest, why don't we start with animation? Because the stakes are lower.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
was thinking we can do animation. I'll go first, you'll go second, and then when they get to the TV shows, we do one off each until we're done with our 3. And then on the movies, you go first, and I finish.
Okay, you're gonna cut this out, right?
No.
Okay.
But
I'm
that's
sorry
how
I
we
had to
gonna
hear
do
this.
it.
All right. So let's start with animation.
Okay, so my...
Do you want to go 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure.
But, Outlaw Star. Anime series, space age type, and very lovely moments in it. Like, one of my favorites is when they was ordering food at the prison. But, my favorite scene of that show when they first had the closing statements and they played the song called Expectation. And I thought it was the most dramatic piece of symphonic music I've ever heard in my life at that time. And still think to this day, that segment of the show is helped me develop my writing voice.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, or do you remember how old you were when you first watched it?
I would have to look at the calendar.
No, that's fine. No, don't worry about it. And
Probably 14, 15.
okay, go on.
Number 2 would be Knights of Sidonia. That would be number 3. Number 2 is Knights of Sidonia, and that would be every time the mobile suits would assemble in outer space and make that wall of blue lights, which is derivative to the blue lights that hang on my patio. But I always loved that cerulean bright light of blue. And just seeing it like that information and all of that stuff that they had to conquer to be the last of mankind and things like that, and just really coming together makes me really wish that the real world would do that. But I just love seeing that wall of blue lights. It is very magical. And the number 1 in animation, well, all of them ended up being anime, but Dirty Pair Project Eden, the movie. There's this whole scene called Through the Danger, and that's the name of the song for it. And that song is a world trip. Now, I didn't play that anime back so many times because it's a movie. Saw it first time in the 7th grade, 1997, and I was like, wow, these some hoes. They got their titties out.
Hey.
And, it was very lovely. The music was very quaint. And
if I may add real quick, this is one of the shows that you made me watch, or you offered me to watch, and I liked it. And I don't know how to say this. The titties are definitely out, but like they are empowered women. It's not as sexualized as it sounds. It's a great show.
It was called Over the Top. That
Because
was the theme song of this of the girls.
Look that show up. That's a good one, but
yes. So the best scene of all time in animation is Through the Danger, is when they had that slow motion action scene with that world changing music in it. It's like, just look up Dirty Pair, Through the Danger. You're ahead and you be like, wow, what is this? And it is so trippy. Like dead ass. I never listened to it without looking at the anime until I grew up and I finally was like, you know what song I don't have in my collection? That music from that movie, Dirty Pair Project Eden, and I listened to it by itself, and my life was complete. Your turn.
Okay. All right. So when it came to animation, and when we talk specifically about a scene, it was hard for me to nail down because I like I like animation a lot. It's like
They've even had some stuff on Drawn Together. I was like, wow, Americans put that together? Go ahead.
So like it was hard. So my number 3, I just wrote like any Roger storyline on American Dad. And that's because, first of all, I have a symbiotic relationship with American Dad in general.
Symbiotic is
yes, symbiotic, whatever you want to call it. It's because I use it to go to sleep. Like I have watched it so many times, and I don't know, my anxious brain likes that, and I just go to sleep. My point being that any episode that has Roger as the main storyline, like the Jenny from the Block episode, the Ricky Spanish.
Yes.
And I'll say this.
I'm holding up the peace sign.
Considering my existence, Ricky Spanish should be my my nickname.
Ricky's Spanish is his best one.
I disagree, but go on.
No, to me, Ricky's Spanish is his best one, but go ahead, because I was going to ask a question, but, you know.
Also, I have, like, there's this one line from the Armageddon episode where Roger was like, "Oh, I love you guys' religion. It's like Harry Potter, but causes genocide." And that has got me, like, every time. It's so good.
Wow.
But that's number 3. So that would be Roger Smith from American Dad. I just think it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 2 would be on Mulan, the Disney movie.
Okay.
There's a scene where Mushu is mad at her, and he just goes like, "Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow," but like it's not a cow, it's a horse, and the horse just looks offended. And I don't know, that scene has got me since I was a kid. Like, I always thought that was very, very funny. The movie is great, don't get me wrong, I like Mulan, but that scene I love. And the number
wait. Can I say something about the Mulan movie?
Yeah.
The animation, when it revolved the hair, 2 thumbs up.
I think the whole movie is beautifully designed. Like, it's I know that there's a lot of critiques.
Went to town.
Also, there's a lot of critiques to have about it, blah, blah, blah. But it was formative for me. Like, I literally had the tape. It was like a afternoon treat.
You ran that VHS?
Yes. Like, I remember the box was white and the tape was green. Because it was Disney. It was fancy.
Yeah, but it didn't say that way, did it?
I think he did. Well, the white...
Oh, I thought you was playing it to death like that.
No, but like I was very careful because it was my favorite movie as a child, like Mulan. Before Harry Potter, Mulan was it. And then the number 1 scene would be in Shrek 1, the first one, where Welcome to Duloc scene, just the part where him and Donkey, they get to the town, and then there's the little puppet thing happening. And I just think that it's funny. That scene has made me laugh a lot since I was a kid, and it made me laugh in multiple idioms, languages. Like, I've watched that scene in Portuguese, Spanish, English, and those were the ones that I understood. But anyways, and it was hilarious. So, like, good job to whoever wrote that scene and animated it. Like, I think, I don't know what studio that movie's from, but I love that scene. And that's it. That's what I had. These 3 are my favorites.
That sounds adorable.
Adorable? You don't know what... So, basically, it's about wordplay, and the
yeah, but you took moments from your childhood. Yeah. Mine are from teenage on up.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. It's adorable.
I mean, American Dad is...
Except for American Dad, but Mulan and Shrek.
Yeah, because when Shrek came out...
And it's 2 over 3, so, you know, they voted it out.
Let's see when Shrek come out. Because I know, like, Shrek... 2001, I was, what? 11?
Oh.
Yeah. No, wait.
Then
no.
That means I would be 19.
No, I was 9.
In the army.
Look at me being very bad at math.
Very bad, because I was in high school at that time.
I was 9 when Shrek came out. Oh my god, why don't I don't remember it like that? Okay.
You know,
that's an episode. That's a topic for another episode. Let's move on.
Memory.
Ain't that a bitch? So now, do you want to do movies or TV? Since
the TVs.
Okay.
There was this program called Hit the Floor, and it was about these cheerleaders called the Devils. And you know, I love hot chicks. I love pretty women. You know, if she got a pretty face, I'm in. If she got boobs, I'm in. If she got hips, I'm definitely in. All right? Move that hair. Natural or fake, I don't care. Keep it sexy, keep it powerful. You are the moment, and you're going to be my moment for a whole lifetime. But they Hit the Floor. They had this scene where they performed to Oli Gabriel's My Radar. And to me, I thought that choreography was the best piece of choreography I've ever seen out of all of the stuff I watch. Because I sit around and watch cheerleading competitions. I watch different dance competitions around the world. all women, because men cannot dance. What they doing? Break dancing? No, that's just gymnastics. What is you doing? I mean, you doing it rhythmically, but I'm gonna look at them girls, because what they are doing is arts. All right. And what they did to Oli Gabriel's My Radar, there was this moment where they ran and they pushed back into the center of the dance floor, and I was like, wow, where did that wind come from?
I didn't see a fan.
I didn't see nothing but face, art, and the music was hitting. I don't even listen to male musicians that much, but that's what I think about when I listen to that song, and I played it to death a million times, and I've seen that performance a million times in my head, and it's very lovely because I sit around and watch stuff from street dancers. There's this group called Jungle Jills led by Kamari Siraj, who was on Legendary season 3, I believe, and I go back and watch that. I go back and watch Dawn Rashad's Wild and Faith dance cut. I go back and watch Boom Cat's Hero Boy dance cut. I go back and watch Jordan Knight's music video. Give it to me, cause that girl in the coveralls with that striped shirt, that's my boo. But go on.
All right.
Girls do it for me. What can I say?
We're gonna do one at a time. Oh, okay. So was that your number 3?
No, that's just one of them. The TV shows I can't put them in a rate because they're different. Okay. Because one of them is a drama, one of them is a sketch show, and one of them is a comedy show.
Okay. So when it comes to TV, my number 1 TV scene that I'm like obsessed with, and it's just because in my head was very smart, and most of my stuff is pretty current, pretty new.
Really, for TV?
Yeah.
Well, TV does make a lot more sense when you're an adult.
Yeah, and not only that, it's just like now I know what I'm watching. Like I'm making decisions about what I'm watching.
Really? I know what I was watching when I started.
No, it's just because like when you're a kid, like you don't have. I didn't have cable growing up because my dad is against cable, but that's a whole other conversation. Now,
I think you need a whooping.
But anyways, like we didn't have cable. So there was a lot of TV that I just didn't watch.
See, I was different in that capacity because I avoided TV and movie growing up because I was always outside adventuring, also playing video games. But I didn't start watching stuff until I was a teenager. So
in my case, I did watch stuff when I was a teenager, but it was different because then I was like doing it on the computer.
Yeah, so are you saying that when did you first start absorbing what you were watching?
I think like around 14, 15.
Then teenager.
Yeah, teenager. But like when you're a child and you can't pay for cable, you know what I mean? So like you have to watch what is available. Yes. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But anyways, so the scene from Insecure, it's in the last season where Issa goes to dinner with her ex, what's his face, Lawrence.
Yes.
And they have like a long conversation, and they are in different places of their life. Mm-hmm. It just felt like it was a very good scene. And just a aside here, I love Issa Rae. So like I think she's just so smart, just so fucking amazing. And she was like, she did what the fans wanted at the time, which was, Issa and Lawrence should get back together. And she was against that, I guess. And she was like, let me show y'all how it wouldn't work. And it was just so freaking clever. Like I just think it was like very, very good. It was like kind of a slap in people's faces. Like, just trust me. That was the day that I think people were like, oh, she knows what she's doing. But actually, no, I don't think that was the day. But like, people already know she had it. But like, that was the time that I was like, damn, this is fucking beautiful. I love this piece of media that I'm consuming right now. I was like feeling it in my bones, like this is amazing, and I was right, and I stand by it.
I stand by it too, but we're gonna segue into sketch comedy, brought to us by SNI and
what?
Living Color. All right. what y'all thought was gonna happen. So what had happened was that I was a kid, like maybe 12, 11 years old, and already had a huge concept of what the world is and whatnot. But when they started doing the men on skits,
Oh.
yeah, hated it, you know what I'm talking about. Men on television, parts 1 and 2. I was looking for a purple G-string and some high heels. All these lines.
Regular Tuesday for me.
How long is that?
That's I would say that would fit in a page. That is, if it was an essay for college, double spaced.
Yeah, the whole In Living Color segment. So there's a lot of great lines from this, and for the most part, In Living Color was delivering like dominoes, like severely. Like I was acid reflexing as a kid. I was laughing so damn hard, and just it was ridiculous. Cause one thing I always say is that's why they call it CBS, because that's all you see is BS, and that's why I don't watch the network no more.
Wow, how long have you been saving that one for yourself?
I didn't say that for myself. They put that in my head. They put that on my magic moving picture square.
Wow, CBS.
Yes. So all like at the time it was very hilarious. I was like, they putting words together.
Look at them.
Look at them, just moving them around. Got a whole vision board going on, and I'm like, this is this is exquisite.
Exquisite.
That was comedy don't get like that, because even I don't think the gays was that offended by it back then.
Oh no, I know a bunch of gays that love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a gay that loves those scenes. Because that's the one thing that I know that people were like, oh, you have to watch it. And once I moved here, and I did, and I was like, oh, yes, I like it.
Okay, but now this is where I got my ass backwards and country from.
Oh.
Was this skit? Because I come from an ass backwards and country place. But that part when he was like, ooh. Oh, I thought I heard a chicken. I died, and there was no way to pause the channel. So I missed some of it. The first time I saw it, I missed some of that skit. I was laughing so hard. But dude, oh gosh, it was just so much happening. And like that part when they fell, and he fell on his knees with his ass in the air. Boy, I would not let my brothers hear the end of it. Because guess who was sleeping like that? Guess who slept like that? My little brother.
Oh, no.
And he the homophobic one, was ripping his ass apart as a kid. It was gay times. And then they go, boy, Gatorade. Yeah, it was real great times. Because we was already saying Gatorade in the streets. They knew what was up. And Living Color knew what was up. They knew what they was doing. And they still know what they doing.
Yeah, I think so.
All of them. Even Jim Carrey is scary, crazy ass. But shout out to my girl Takai Crystal. She know what she was doing. Cause y'all know my next scene is from This So Raven. Go ahead.
Okay, so my next scene is from a pretty recent show. It's called Hex on HBO Max.
Oh, boy, I thought you was gonna say First Kiss. But go ahead.
No, don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
But R.I.P. First Kiss.
Yeah.
But not First Kiss. Yeah, it's First Kiss. First Kill.
First Kill, yeah, it's First Kill.
See, he gets me. Anyways, so
but still R.I.P.
The scene that I was trying to talk about is not about First Kill. It's from Hex. It's from Hex on HBO Max, and it's the scene in the Wax Museum where Ava wants to unlock her boss's cell phone, and her boss had just had plastic surgery, and the Face ID was not recognizing her, so she goes to the Wax Museum, and then puts the iPhone to the machine, and she unlocks the phone, and she's able to delete the thing that she wanted to delete. But the best part of that scene is that after she unlocks it, she walks away, and then she does a split while doing a middle finger up to the statue of her boss. And I didn't know that an I'm binder could do the splits, but that scene has got me to get, like, I want to put that on a t-shirt and just walk around.
Oh, we're doing a split with a middle finger.
Yeah, I wish there was a GIF technology
but
that
you
I
gotta
could
make
apply to
it. But you
t-shirts.
gotta make her legs wrap around to the back so her toes touch.
All right, so that was my scene.
I love that scene, but then again, I love the whole show. But I'm reliving it while he was talking it, and yeah, they was wilding in that scene.
That show was great. Okay, that's my third one. You can.
Okay, so That's So Raven.
Oh God.
They had this thing, called, let's just launch a dummy across the set. But I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is lasagna. And you know what I'm talking about.
My girl.
We all go back to YouTube to relive it every now and then. Do you carry a lunchbox? I was like, wow. What is this? What's going on? And why can't this happen on a loop all the time? That amount of joy from them cutting up in that restaurant, it was so stupid. How many times did they walk through that scene? I really want to know what was the studio like that day? Because I know they was cutting up.
Was it recorded in front of a live audience?
I think so.
Okay, they must have lucky ones.
Ooh, boy. And the audience was cutting up too. It was so stupid. I wrote down some some quotes from this and things, and Pork Chopper was in it. They did a spit take at one point.
They
talking
have
about
a
some Get
spit
Me
take.
J-Lo.
That was a great scene. The whole skit.
The whole skit. Famous person coming through.
Famous person coming through.
Mm-hmm. All to get her daddy a job.
I cannot wait to become famous just to use that line. Just so I can walk around saying, "Get out of the way, famous person coming through."
Yeah, my loud is, do you carry a mother bleeping lunchbox? But right now, I think I'm feeling very warm on the inside right now. Just reliving some stuff right now, talking to you. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. So the last one that I have here is from this season of What We Do in the Shadows that just wrapped up. Season 3, I guess. And it's the scene where Nandor and Guillermo are asking a genie, not a genie, a genie, because he's a male.
Yes.
Ridiculous. That show is amazing. I love it. So he's trying to make sure that he asks for penis enlargement.
Oh, he's trying to get the wording right?
He wants to get the wording right so the gene cannot work around it to make it a lesson, right?
Yes.
and that takes hours and hours and hours of them working, and the gene is just also in that episode there are confessional scenes where the gene is just talking to the camera and he goes
oh my gosh,
and he goes yeah, 90% of my business is penis enlargement, and I'm like, what? I can totally see how that would work.
This shit heavy.
And anyways, and they still manage to fuck up after a whole day. They do
whole day.
They do manage to get the penis to look how they want it to look, but it only works in a certain way. And I'm not gonna spoil it. If you wanna know what I mean by this, just go watch the show. Yeah. Anyways, that's my scene that I'm like, this was very funny. This last season of What We Do in the Shadows really got me together. I really liked it. But this scene in particular, ooh, he's a gene. I don't know. That was just funny to me.
A bit, but I'm gonna need for you to stop walking around the apartment with a cape on.
With a what? A cape? I'll see what I can do.
No, you won't. You will.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to buy longer capes now. so they can float.
All right, so tell the listener how you feel about your 3 favorite scenes in movies.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to be the first one, right? So I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and in third place for me is the opening sequence from Underworld, the movie, like the vampire movie.
Yes.
The opening
Kate Beckinsale.
Yes, her, when she jumps off she's on top of a building looking over the street, and then she just dives. Not dive, like she steps off, and then as soon as she hits the ground, she just walks as if nothing happened. And I love that movie. I watched that movie so many times. Like, I remember I had, when I bought the DVD player, or when my dad bought a DVD player for the house, I went to our version of Blockbuster and got two DVDs. Independence Day and Underworld. Mm-hmm. No, it wasn't Independence Day. It was
I'm glad
The Day After Tomorrow. The one there's like about something happened.
Yeah, I know about that
climate
movie.
disaster.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one, but Underworld. I watched that movie so many times. I love that opening sequence. It's just freaking amazing. And yeah, that's it. That's what I had.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite moments in Imagination Land is how they did portrayed the true strength of a vampire. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna love this movie.
Also,
and I did.
Let's just stop a second to thank God for the 2000s and vampire movies in the 2000s, because the whole aesthetic, like very leathery, latexy, dark, yeah. And I saw a meme the other day that was something like this: vampire movies from the 2000s traumatized me because they made me think that clubs would have people that dress cool.
No,
or
people
like
dress
that.
in clubs like booty cologne.
Anyways, what is one of your movies?
No, you do all 3 of yours.
Oh, 3 of mine? Okay. My number 2 would be the 4-way phone call from Mean Girls. Just because the logistics of that scene, I would love...
The little girl.
Huh?
You know...
Yes.
Asterisk lift shirt.
Yeah, but that's not the scene that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
The scene that I'm talking about is when Regina is on the phone with Katie. And then turns out like all 4 of the plastics are on phone calls with each other. And there's like 4... Anyways, that is a 4-way phone call. And the whole scene, I would like to see how that was recorded. I'm sure there's somebody that has broken that down. But... because you have 4 different scenes happening at the same time in the house of each of these characters, right? So they had to, I don't know. I don't know. I want to know what's the movie magic that happened there. Because like I know they were recording side by side. That would be just impossible. So like I would just like to know what was done here. And it's just I just like that scene. I like the movie, of course, but like that scene, I love it. And the first one is from the second Matrix movie, when Trinity is jumping off of she's jumping off of a building with a motorcycle, and then she just throws a motorcycle away and like, does her Trinity thing, like where she flips and then she lands like super amazing, perfect as she is. So that is it. Like, that is my number one thing. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I still dream about. Like, sometimes in dreams when I'm doing what I would call cool shit. Like, when you're dreaming and you have, like, you just living your best action movie.
Okay, Mr.
That is what I do. That is what what?
I said, okay, Mr. Paraphraser. You know what you did.
I don't know what I did. Oh, no, I was trying to do quotation marks, but I forgot the words for it. No, but
I do like that because, sometimes, I'm always asking him, what do you dream about and what night? And he's not like me where he can remember every dream. But,
like, I know that this is a recurring one where, since I watched the movie, and I love the whole, like, green filter that those movies had, that it just makes things look green, and the lighting and whatever. And I just love the idea of me jumping off of a motorcycle and landing with like ready to fight. I love that. I love that scene. I love Trinity. I love the Matrix movies. Even the fourth one, because I know it was very self-hating, but there was value there. Mean? There was value there. Like I want to watch it again. I just can't get back to it right now. Have a lot on my table right now.
A lot on his table.
Yeah.
A lot on the backseat of his car.
But anyways, that is all I got.
See, now Matrix I'm going to think about you different.
Okay.
You have like anime adorableness. Short term memory is failing me on TV shows right now.
It's Insecure, Hacks, and What We Do in the Shadows.
Dang.
My taste is pretty current. Because here's the thing.
Yeah, then you turn into a badass at night, basically.
Yes, I turn into a badass at night. A badass mean girl.
Okay, so, listen up, people. Number 3 will be the ending of It's Already Tomorrow in Hong Kong. And it's this movie about Jamie Chung and Brian Greenberg, and they over there in Hong Kong. And the second go around is the second half of the movie, and they over there at the same time and things like that. And they had they had that long ass conversation again. They end up in this car and they looking at each other. Like, this is a very, very super put it in me tense kind of moment. And it's very hard to catch that for me. Because, you know, as a viewer, I know that people are acting. But I know them too, and they have a real relationship. Their movie was a personal project. What they was doing right then was catching some stuff that you know would be happening at the beginning of a relationship. When y'all know y'all shouldn't be doing it. That catch-22 was very perfect. The end. That's what it was like. They was looking at each other real hard. And I was like, y'all go. Woo, 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 woo. Just throwing my hand in the air in a circle. But I was like, that is a movie. It's great.
What's the name of the movie again?
And I think that was the beginning of me writing the Fantasy Files. It's Already Tomorrow in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Okay, number 2 is disaster movie. Now, we all know these spoof, make fun of horror movies and stuff. Disaster movie was, I think, about superheroes and stuff. And, you know, at the end, they had the song, and I like to call it the I'm fucking song.
Oh my God.
I'm fucking Hannah Montana. I do not like musicals. I rarely like original songs for TV shows or movies. But they had a slew of the Mad TV people in that song. And I really like it. It was great. They brought in the Pussycat Dolls beat section of the song. I was like, wow, they really thought this out. They know how to make fun, and they know how to make me shake my ass for no reason.
That movie was what, 2009?
Maybe.
Okay.
And you know, Krista Flanagan, Ike Barinholtz, and Nicole Parker, they did a person great.
2008.
2008, okay. My number 1 is going to go to the fight scene in the construction yard of the Power Rangers, the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, you know me. I love that group action and I love them colors.
Yes. And that is a very specific one, and I know exactly the one you're talking about. Go on.
Favorite part was when Aisha was breaking arms and flipping dudes. But the whole aesthetic of that fight scene, the lighting, 100%. Staging, 100%. Imagination Land, 100%. I was like, they got it.
That is a good scene.
I was in the 6th grade.
Wow.
That is from my childhood.
I don't remember.
The only thing.
I remember that was. I have no idea of watching. I don't think I watched those movies in the movie theater.
I did. It was a great day.
I remember they would be always be on TV. I remember that. I love the Harry Potter. Why do I keep saying Harry Potter?
Because you love him.
Well, maybe one day we'll talk about it.
It's okay to love a character. You don't not have to love the creator. Because, Jubilee is in my top 10 characters of all time. But do I like Stan Lee? No.
And here's the thing. It's not that I don't like Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter. I'm not afraid to say that. Yeah. It's just like, it's funny that I see people, I don't want to sound like, Harry Potter is my identity, because it isn't. Because I do like her. It was for a long time, like growing up.
I thought you got that tattoo gun to put a lightning bolt on your forehead.
No, it's gonna be in my crotch, but close enough. No, like I wasn't going to say Harry Potter. I was going to say Power Rangers. The Power Ranger movies, 1, 2, and 3. Yes, there is a 3.
Yeah.
They would be on reruns like in the afternoon, and I would watch it. And I have watched those movies at least 50 times. Like, and I have no shame because I was a child.
I probably watched it about 50 times.
The difference being that you're 35 when you did it. I get it. Did you watch the most recent one?
No, I only watched 2. I have copies of both of them.
I want to watch the original, not the original one, the one that came out 2018, I think.
But you do want to watch it.
But every time that I think about getting,
you don't like to look at grown-ups pretending to be teens?
No.
Boy, you were lying because you was obsessed over Riverdale. But also, P.S. Before we close out, I just want to say favorite porn scenes: Deja Washington and Angel Marchani.
What? Don't
Vinny
do that.
D'Angelo and Tyler Riggs.
Cut.
Ronan and Tatum Pork. But it was great times going over these scenes. I like to think that I have a great taste in entertainment.
Well, I'm kidding.
Because, I'm so self-involved. But I love it when people put their list up because I'll go watch something if I've never seen it.
Me too. I love that shit. It's my favorite thing that people do on the internet is share stuff that they like and why they like it. Because if I feel like, I kind of like that, I tend to go watch it. Yeah. That's how I get most of my movies and shows. Like, I will see somebody talking about it on a podcast or something, and next thing I know, I'm watching it.
Yeah, I straight up because y'all know people just say this like small talk. It's not small talk to me. If I ask you what you've been watching, I'm going to see how you talk about it, and I may give it a watch.
Yeah,
but
you gotta sell it.
Yeah, you gotta sell it cause a regular show, that cartoon is a piece of work. Already, how many episodes have we watched? About 7? 8?
No, we are on season 2, episode 8.
Yeah, we're on season 2. And Pops and Benson, 2 of my favorite characters of all time, immediately watching that show. It was so stupid. Gumball, they pink. Them gumballs pink. He get mad red. Oh my gosh. This is so stupid.
Yeah, I'm trying to introduce him to the cartoons of that era of Cartoon Network.
You ain't got to introduce me.
Oh, okay.
You just got to make it sound good. Some of the stuff I'll never watch.
Yeah, no, I think we should finish regular show first because it's a great show and I want to.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever watched every single episode, so that's what we're doing now, and I like it.
Yeah, but shout out to Bob's Burgers. This has been a great trip.
Yeah.
And I hope, what's the other shows we watching? We watching Little Demon. I hope Little Demon has a very long run. This show is
Little Demon
stupid.
It's very funny. How about, we are also watching Great North, another animation.
Yeah, Great North. Great times. Season 2 started off on a very bad note. Guess why? Because they had a lot of bad notes on them damn songs. They had like 14 songs in the first episode. What the hell is this?
But it's the show. They are corny by it's intentional. I think that's why I don't like musicals. But when they do what they do, I can't tolerate it. You're not gonna see me going to Spotify to listen to the songs.
Yeah.
I am not that person.
Now,
but I get the art behind it.
There was one song I will go to Spotify for every now and then. The Suck My Taint song from the Drone Together movie. The movie.
Drone Together movie, the movie. I remember that.
And they had a lot of that moment when Foxy was like, "What the hell is this?" That was on my list of favorite anime scenes because that was comedy splendor. But then again, on the series, there was a moment when she was cussing their ass out in the confessional because they had this dried up frog hung up, and she cussed their ass flat out in that confessional, and I was like, I'm out. You can get me casket fitted right now. Just blow my brains out. I was complete. My life was out. I was in heaven.
Maybe that's what we should start doing movie reveals where we have the movies going on and we just record an audio file so people can have somebody commenting on the movie with them, because people always love to listen to another person talking while they are watching a movie.
Nah, not me, because
anyways, I think this is what we have for today.
Yes.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you will hear us
sometime
soon,
but make sure you go watch Project Eden by Dirty Pill, because that's the one thing out of all of this I want you to watch is Dirty Pill Project Eden. What is the one thing you would like them to watch?
Ooh, the one thing out of all these, the Wax Museum scene from Hex season 1.
Yeah, I recommend Hex. It's a very long, very great, very splendid.
You think Hex is long?
Yeah, I love long shit.
I don't think Hex is long. Hex is like 30 minutes. Yeah, it's a 30-minute show.
Well, it seemed longer than 30 minutes because I was having a good time watching it. But then again, my feelings got real hurt on this season finale. I was like, wait.
They better come back for season 3. They better come back for season 3. Otherwise,
boy.
I will turn on this show and start talking shit. No, I'm kidding. It's a great show.
I was like that on Insecure. I was like that on that other show.
Well,
like when problem... these shows end nowadays, it hurts. Like when I was younger, it wasn't as painful. But when these series end now, like First Kill, one season.
Don't even.
We was watching it. We were bonding.
That was a great show. I hope that because people are so mad about the cancellation, they will backtrack. I don't think they will. I hope they do, because we were watching that show.
They were acting. Even the ugly people was acting. But when I tell you them lesbians was going at it, and she had that one chocolate skin brother.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whoever casted this, firstly, the parents of Calliope, beautiful people. But their son they casted, I was like, wow, this ain't even got to say nothing.
And on that note, this was Come Over and Bend Over. Subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. Mm-hmm. And thanks for listening.
Yeah, tell your coworkers.
Your coworkers, not mine. Okay, bye.
Bye.